Okay, so we're recording. Okay, so if you happen to have blocks that can be useful, if you don't have them, don't worry about it. You could use books if you feel like you need a little extra support. And a blanket off your sofa or something could be useful for the end of practice. And in the meantime, you could even use your blanket to sit on, or you could sit on a little cushion. So just get yourself comfortable. So whatever comfortable is for you. If you prefer to sit with legs long, that's totally fine. So I thank you for joining in this morning. My intention is for this to be a practice that's suitable for everyone. So you'll have to gauge for yourself a couple of things. You'll have to gauge how your body's doing today. And you'll also have to gauge what feels appropriate for you, because the challenge of video, I can't see you, so I can't offer specific recommendations. So certainly take care of your body. When something doesn't feel right, don't keep doing it, please. And if you have, if you find that it's not, I guess, intense or challenging enough for you, and you know ways to make it challenging because you've been practicing, then you're welcome to do that. Make it whatever you need or want it to be today. And I'm going to make this as appropriate as I can for everybody. So, your comfortable position, let's just take a moment and let ourselves center and arrive here. So finding a nice tall spine. You're welcome to let your eyes close if you like, or to just soften your gaze downward a bit. Letting our shoulders fall away from our ears. And just start to notice the fact that you're breathing. And without judging ourselves on what that breath feels like or what our body's feeling like today, just check in and see how you're doing. Let's see if we can lengthen the breath out a little bit. However it is right now, can you breathe in just a little bit fuller? And then breathe out a little bit more completely. So you can squeeze a little more breath out of the body. Maybe drawing the navel in towards the spine. Letting the whole body kind of expand and fill with the breath. Feeling the ribs, chest rise, the belly expands. And the out breath, everything retracts and draws back towards the center. Do that a few more times. Filling on the inhale. Emptying on the exhale. If you're familiar with Ujjayi Pranayama, if that's something you practice, you're welcome to layer that in, creating the ocean sound. We'll keep this fuller breath happening, placing our hands to hold the front of our knees, or if your legs are straight, just cupping underneath your thighs. The next time that you breathe out, I'll invite you to kind of tuck your tail, pull your navel to spine, round your back, let your chin drop towards your chest a bit. Then as you breathe in, pull against the front of your knees to let your chest lift, your back arches, maybe the eyes look up. As you naturally breathe out, let the tail tuck, round, folding into the body, chin dropping, stretching between the shoulder blades. The inhale lets us pull against the legs to lift, arching the back. And so follow your own breath rhythm. When you breathe out, let yourself round. And when you breathe in, Let yourself arch. Lift. Do this for a few rounds. You can get a little fuller with it if you like. And when you breathe in, maybe you dive down towards the ground and then lift up. Rocking back a little bit, catching your legs as you breathe out. Diving through, breathing in. Lifting and lengthening. Arching. And rounding, rocking back a bit. If you're on a cushion, try not to fall off. One more time. And then coming back into the center point, sitting nice and tall, placing your right hand by your side. And the next time you breathe in, your left arm reaches up overhead, right arm walks out, and exhale, leaning over to your right side. If I'm the reverse to you, you can follow me as a mirror or go to the sides that indicate. Holding here when you breathe in, turn your chest more towards the ceiling. Let the arm fall back a little, stretching the chest. And as you exhale, turn more to the floor. A little twist in the back. Inhaling, opening up. Exhaling, turning towards the floor. Then coming back to the center, leveling things out. Let your right arm bend, so you sink down maybe a little further. Your next in-breath, push into the hand, lift yourself up tall. Release the arm and roll the shoulder out. Place the left hand on the floor beside you. The inhale takes right arm up overhead. Left hand walks out to the side as you lean and stretch into the right side body. The breath full and steady. Don't worry about it if your legs or hips lift a little bit, it's okay. Your next inhale, turn chest open towards the sky, reaching back. Exhaling, turning more to the floor. Inhaling, reaching towards the sky. Let the arm fall back a little bit. Exhaling towards the floor. And even yourself out into the center point, reaching right over to that side. Big long stretch. Bend the left elbow, maybe you sink further. Push off the floor, rising up. Release the right arm or roll that shoulder out. If you're on a cushion, just slide forward off of it, place it aside. Lean back onto your hands. Take your feet and knees apart in front of you and just start to rock the legs a little each direction. Your feet can be as wide or narrow as you need them to be. Base your choice on hip comfort. See if it's possible for the knee to touch the floor, and it might not be for you. So just notice if it can or can't. And then coming back up to the center, feet a little narrower, let them fall to one side. Transition yourself around to a tabletop position. On to hands and knees. Tuck my shirt in a little bit. So from hands and knees, let's curl our toes under so we get a little stretch into the feet themselves. Hands underneath shoulders or maybe a little bit ahead. It might be wider as well. You can also be on fists if your wrists are sore. We'll do a couple more cat-cows and start to transition through some fuller movement. So the next time you breathe out, pull the navel in towards spine. Let the back start to round again. Let the head dangle. Sway the head a little bit as though you're saying no thank you. The next time you breathe in, head to center, tail lifts. The back arches, chest lifts upward. Breathing out, tucking the tail, rounding the back. Let the back round, head drop. The inhale arches. One more time each direction with your own breath. And the next time you breathe out, rounding into the back, let your toes uncurl, sit back into a child's form, and you're welcome to widen the knees a little bit here if you like. Stretch the arms as far forward as you can, spread the fingers wide, take up space. And as you're ready, we'll press down in the palms. As you breathe in, pull yourself up, rounding your back. Let your body pull all the way forward. Chest lifts, lay your hips down, belly down, and chest. Roll the shoulders back, push down in the tops of the feet. And then lift the chest upward, push in the arms, lift your hips, round your back, navel to spine, sit back to child. Hands press down, breathe in, pull up, round your back. Sink your hips, belly, and chest. Inhale, lift the chest, push into the arms, lift the hips, round the back, sit to your heels. Breathing in, pull forward, rounded spine, chest forward, lay the hips down, belly and chest. One more time, lift the head, the chest, push through the arms, strong, round, and sit back. Then from here, come back up and just hold yourself in that table stance, walk the hands back a bit. Narrow up the knees. Curl your toes under. We'll press down into hands, firm through belly. Lift your knees from the floor, send your hips to the sky, push back. Bend the knees, drop the knees to the floor slowly. Uncurl the toes, sit back. Take your right hand out wide off your mat and bring your left hand over on top of it. Pull your hips a little towards the left side, stretching into the whole left side body. Let the left arm travel out really wide now. Right arm comes over on top of it, press down, pull the hips a little to the right. Release the right hand back towards the center, left hand back, walk your hands back. Lift your seat to curl your toes under and sit up onto your heels. So if this is too painful on your toes, maybe you've got some arthritis in your feet, just uncurl them and sit on your heels like so. You can be upright if it's painful on your knees. Okay? Just take a moment to stretch into the feet here. We'll let the left ear drop over towards your left shoulder. Reach down through the right arm. And let the head very gently start to slide back, just bringing a little more stretch into the front, right side of your neck. Press the hand back into your lap. Let the head gently roll forward and down to the center of the chest. And bring it straight up through the center. And then right ear towards the right shoulder. Let your arm reach down. And a little nudge back of the head. So you're starting to peek upwards. Stretch in front, left side of the neck. Notice how your feet are doing. Let the arm come to rest. The head gently falls forward and down to the center. And then up through the center, rolling the shoulders out. Bringing the hands onto your mat, that table again, keeping the toes curled under. Press down to the palms and the feet. Lift the knees again. Send the hips to the sky in downward facing dog. And then alternating, bend one knee at a time. And so you're marching on the spot, stretching into the calves and the back of the thighs. If This is not a great position for you. You can always come down into child's pose. You can also do this on your forearms. We'll lift right up onto those toes again, heels up nice and tall. And then so you can push your heels towards the back of your mat. Press them back and down together. Two breaths here. Hug your shoulders back and down. And then bend your knees, look forward, and start to walk your feet forward to about the middle of your mat. Let your hands walk back, knees really bent here. Take a hold of your opposite elbow so your arms are in a square shape. Really bend knees to sway your body side to side. The blood flow into the head. Center the body, let the arms go. Pull the navel into your spine and begin to roll up your back. Your back's tender, press your hands to your thighs. Come all the way tall. Roll the shoulders out. As you breathe in, take the arms overhead, interlace them into what I call temples, if you can't see, or I also call Charlie's Angel arms. Reaching up nice and tall. Take a big full breath in, let your shoulders lift towards your ears. Push your right hip out to the side and breathe out as you stretch over into the left side, reaching through upper body. Stretching all down the right side. Next breath in, hips sway to the center, body lifts tall. Exhale, left hip pushes out, arms reach, arching over into the right side. Stretching left side. Both feet stay rooted down. Navel to spine, breathing in, hips come to center, lift tall. Release the arms, sweep them out big and wide. Try to reach them back behind you, stretching the chest. And then circle them forward and up. Breathe in. Stretch back, behind. Breathe out. One more time. Breathing in. Big stretch up and back. Exhaling. This time as the arms reach overhead and they start to sweep back as you exhale, bend your knees. Fold forward at the hip crease, all the way down towards your feet. Let your legs straighten enough that you bring some stretch to the back of your thighs. Press your hands to your shins. As you breathe in, straighten the arms and the back, look forward. Even out where your weight is through your feet. The next time you exhale, let your knees bend, the body folds down. Roll up, pulling navel to spine, roll up your back. Come all the way tall, roll the shoulders out. On your inhale, sweep them up, forward and tall. Big stretch back, squeeze your glutes as you reach back. Then bend the knees and start to hinge at the hip, fold down to the floor. Legs long, hands pressed to the shins. Big breath in as you reach forward through the chest, even feet. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, release the arms. Arms out to the sides this time. Lift your chest, look forward, and come up with a straight back, all the way up to the sky, hands together and down to your chest. Breathing in, take the arms up, interlace those fingers into temple or Charlie's Angels arms again. Eyes look forward, see if you can bring the arms closer to being along your ears. This might not be possible, they might be forward, and you might need your arms to stay wide. Then we're going to squeeze through your glutes, through the buttocks, and push your hips forward. Now we don't want to collapse into your back, so as you squeeze your glutes and push forward, you're lifting up through your waist, and so your arms are hooked onto your ceiling. Arcing back, squeeze the glutes, eyes look straight ahead at the horizon. Lifting and lengthening. Your next inhale, lift up through your waist, straighten the body. Palms together, down to your heart. At heart level, turn the fingers down and dive soft knees to the floor. Hands to your shins, press the arms back long. Breathing out, fold yourself down. Bend your knees and land your hands on the floor. Big step back, one foot then the other. Into a plank position. Throw the shoulders back and down, chest forward. Firm the glutes, navel to spine. Push the ground away through your arms. Then gently lower the knees to the floor. And as we did earlier, uncurl the toes. Pull your weight forward. Chest stays lifted. Lay the hips down. Bend the knees, or elbows, sorry. Lay the belly down. Bend the chest. And just bring your arms up. You can fold them underneath your forehead. Let the knees bend and sway your feet side to side, rocking your back a little bit. Bring the legs back to center, straighten them out. Take a few deep breaths into the belly. And it should feel as though you're kind of breathing into your lower back space. And as you're ready, we'll lift the head and place the hands back next to your chest. Push down through the tops of the feet and through the hands, firm into the belly and the glutes. Push down and back with your hands so your chest pulls forward and up. Same idea as when we were standing in our back bend, trying to lengthen as we lift. De-wrinkle the back of the neck so you're not straining. Little drop of the chin. And with your exhale, lower the chest down again. Curl the toes under this time. Push up through the hands to hands and knees. Sit back into child, stretching into those feet once again. Then pull back up into a tabletop position. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Maybe a little bit ahead. Lift your knees from the floor. Push your thighs back, hips to sky in downward dog. Push long. Then the next breath out, bend your knees, look forward and start to walk forward again. Little steps. And take yourself all the way towards the front of your mat. Dangling here, let your wrists roll out. Even out the weight in your feet. And then press your hands to your shins, let the arms and back straight. Folding down as you breathe out. Bend your knees, sit down, take your arms wide, lift your chest, push through your legs all the way tall, and bring the palms down to your heart. Release your hands by your side. So make any adjustments you need here. Feel yourself evenly through your feet. Stretch down through your fingertips. Your inhale, arms reach up towards the sky, sweeping wide. Bending our knees as we reach the arms wide. Exhale, fold down, moving through a squat to the floor. Hands to shins, legs and arms and back long, breathing in. Fold down as you're ready to breathe out. Hands to the floor or your blocks. Let's step your right leg back. In this stance, turn that right foot so the heel comes down. It'll be turned out towards the right side. Bend into your left leg like a lunge. Sweep the arms forward and lift yourself up, pushing through strong with the front leg, but keep it bent. Keep the energy in the front leg, and then shift some weight through to power up your back leg. The next time you breathe in, turn your chest towards the right long edge of your mat and reach the arms wide, palms face down. Option to rest your arms if your shoulders are tired. Another option is to push long in the front leg when you breathe in, sink down when you breathe out. So you can be active and moving or hold steady. Drop your tail a little bit, firm into the abdomen. Reach long through the hands. Turning the palms up as you breathe in, lift the arms up and turn the chest back to the front leg. Exhale and fold yourself down. Lift your back heel off the floor so it spins and pivots straight again. Step your front leg back to meet it in a plank. Option to have knees lower down and layer the body down piece by piece, or to shift forward a little bit in your weight. Bend your elbows, and as you breathe out, slowly lower down. Hands next to chest. As you breathe in, push down and back in the hands, chest rises as you breathe in. Exhale and fold. Push into the hands, lift the chest and belly. Curl the toes, lift the knees, press to downward dog. Keep breathing, nice and full. Don't worry about when to breathe in or out, just keep the breath flowing. And bending the knees when you're ready. Step the feet forward. You can take big steps, or if this is a little newer to you, take small steps all the way. As you find your space at the front, hands to shins. When you breathe in, press long. Hold yourself down. Bend your knees from the back. Drop your seat down into a squat. Reach the arms wide. Look forward. Breathing in, lift up, keep the legs, lift the arms. Sit back, further in the legs. One more breath in. Push strong through the legs as you breathe out. Rise up and fan the arms wide to your sides. Roll the shoulders. Again, from that front space. With the inhale, the arms reach upward. With the exhale, we bend our knees, arms fan wide, holding down through the squat to the floor. Lift the legs long, or send them long, hands to shins, reach the chest. Keep even weight through the feet. Feel the stretch into the back line of the body. Your exhale, fold down, soft knees, land the hands to the floor. This time the left foot steps back. And turn it out, so let the heel drop. Front leg finds a nice squared off stance. Knee over the foot. Firm in through the belly and through the legs. Pull up, reaching arms forward, tall to the sky. Drop your tail. Sink into the legs. Chest is trying to turn itself towards that front leg. Power into the back leg. Root it down all the way. Strong in both front and back legs. And with an inhale, nothing else changes. Just the chest opens to the left long side. Then the arms reach wide. Looking out towards your right, make sure your knee isn't collapsing to the inside of the foot. Keep it pressing out from the hip. Strong hip. You can stay, hands can change, or you could push long with your inhales, sink down with your exhales. The hips and legs are quite tired, keep it moving. Hold steady if that feels more beneficial to you. 2 more breaths here. Rooting in both legs. And then with your in-breath, arms reach, turn towards the front leg again. Exhale, start to fold down. Find the floor, lift the back heel. Feet both aiming forward. Step the right leg back to meet the left leg. This can be on knees or on toes. Strong through the belly, shoulders back and down. And either shift forward and bend the elbows to lower, or bring knees, hips, belly, and chest to floor. Hands press down and back, chest draws forward and up. Back of the neck long. Exhale, fold down. Curl the toes, push into the hands to bring the chest, hips, knees up to the sky. Downward dog. One more breath here. Strong legs, strong arms. Bend the knees, look forward. Step your way up. Take your time. At the front, even your feet, hands to shins, press arms, legs, and back long. Fold down. From the back of the knees, bend and drop your seat. Arms wide, navel in, chest lifts. Pull up and keep the legs, arms lift. Sit back and down, low in a squat. Drop the shoulders. Sit a little deeper. Then push up with an exhale all the way. Hands down to the heart. Release the arms. Roll the shoulders. Coming back into the side body for a moment. From center, arms will reach as you breathe in. Find those temple hands, reach the arms long. Drift a bit of weight towards your right foot so the right hip presses out. Keep lifting up out of your waist and bend over towards the left side. Breathing in, come back up tall, hips to center. Shift the weight towards the left foot gently. Firm into the glutes and the belly. Lift up through the waist as you breathe in. Keep that right leg long and planted. Breathe out as you hinge over. Inhale, hips to center, lift tall. And bring the arms down like a goalpost or cactus. Squeeze the shoulders and elbows back. From here, bend your knees and sit down. As you're sitting, bring the arms around into the front, palms together, reaching forward long. Keep sitting in the legs, even weight through your feet. Without the hips or knees moving, as you exhale, bend your right elbow and pull the arm back, turning your spine like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Drop your tail a little bit. Inhale, come back to the center, reach forward. Exhale, pull the left arm back, twisting. Inhale, turning to the front. Exhale, sit deeper, pull back. Glance at your legs, make sure your knees are still together, lined up. Back to center. And the left arm, bow and arrow, pull back. Center on the inhale. Fold down, slow, legs long. Hands to shins, lengthen. Hold yourself down. Bend your knees, hands clamp, step to plank. With an exhale, either knees, hips, and chest, or chaturanga with long legs. Palms press down and back, shoulders back, chest lifts up on the in-breath. Exhale down. Curl the toes, pressing up to hands and knees. Lift the hips, send yourself to downward dog. From here, we will be stepping the right leg in a moment. So bring your feet so your big toes are close to each other. Take your right foot up towards the ceiling. Big stretch. Then bend the knee and just pull it into your chest in a plank. Hold the plank. Inhale, reach back up with that right leg. In downward dog. Exhale, pull forward to plank, knee into chest, hovering off the floor. Inhale, stretch it back. One more time, bring it into the chest, hovering. Bring it back and up. This time, step the foot up to the hands. And rock yourself a little forward and back. And bring yourself to a midpoint. Turn the back heel down. The right leg is forward bent. Back heel down. Bring the arms forward. Lift yourself up steady, strong through your core. Open wide to the left side in warrior once again. Push your right leg long, and as you press it straight, let it root your back leg stronger. Arms stay wide. We'll reach forward through the right arm. Down onto the inside of your shin, or onto the shin, or if you prefer, bend the knee and rest on the thigh. Left arm reaches long overhead, creating your own triangle shape, and then trying to turn your chest open towards the ceiling. Eyes can look up. Balance is a little off. Turn the eyes to the floor. Neck tender, look straight forward. Try not to lock the front knee, keep it a little bit soft. And then everybody bend the front knee. Place your right elbow on that thigh. Use your right arm to lengthen distance between your right ear and shoulder. Left arm reaches now out past the crown. Like you're making a long line from fingertips to your outer left ankle. Sink into the legs further. Keep lifted out of the right shoulder. And in one strong move, firm into the belly. Breathing in, push everything up. Reach open wide. Turn both feet to the front. Turn in a little. Turned in might not work for everyone. You may prefer turned out or neutral. Bring the hands down. See if you can interlace behind your back. If your shoulders limit this, then hook your arms like so behind your back, holding an opposite forearm. So either interlaced or holding forearm. Draw the shoulders back and down. As you exhale, begin to hinge from your hip. Navel to spine, keep the back long. Hinge forward, even weight through your feet, please. Down towards the ground. See if you can let the head go. Certainly bend the knees if you need. Avoid overstraining. If your shoulders have the capacity to float the arms up, let them float up a bit. If not, keep them where they are, but keep chest open. Strong in the belly with your exhale. Hands to the back body as you breathe in, lift your chest, bend your knees. Release the hands to the sides, wide. Push up through the legs, long. Release the hands to the side body. Begin to work the feet together. Take a moment to stand here. Maybe let the eyes close. Integrate through the whole body. Letting the eyes open again. Turn from the shoulders, the palms are forward. Feel your feet pull in with all of the muscles in the legs. Get strongly rooted. Present. As you breathe in, let the arms float up with the breath. Exhale, reach them wide. Hinge at the hip, fold at the knees. Come down to the floor. Stretch the legs, back, and arms long in your half lift. Fold to the floor. Bend your knees. Step back into plank. Knees, belly, and chest to floor. Or shift your weight forward by pushing through toes. Bend the elbows. Slowly descend to the ground. Push down through palms, chest forward and up. Lift into your body. Lay it back down. Press to the hands. Push the hands and knees. Lift the hips and knees to downward dog. Then again, bring your feet narrow. As the feet narrow up towards each other, we prepare to bring the left leg towards the sky. Let it lift. Like you're trying to touch the clouds. With your exhale, shift your weight forward into a plank, but pull the knee to chest towards the left arm. Hold it here. Breathing in, left leg reaches up, push back. Exhale, bring it towards the arm. You're welcome to rest it if you need. Take it back and up again. Bring it in towards the chest, hover. This next one comes up and we step the foot forward towards the hands. Take as many steps as you need. Bring yourself into the low lunge. Turn your back heel down. Get strong through both legs. Navel the spine, reach the arms forward. Pull yourself up tall, open all the way up wide to the side. Stretch long through the arms. Push slowly the front leg straight. Let it root you down stronger into your back leg. Look towards your left side. Reach forward with your left arm. Keep that back leg rooted. As you reach forward and can't stretch further, come down with your arm on the inside of the shin, front of it without locking the knee. And the right arm reaches straight up above you. Chest spirals open towards that front space. Eyes can look up, forward, or down. Strong push through the back leg. Keep rooted. Then lift the body up about an inch or so. Bend the left leg. Rest the elbow onto the thigh, but nothing's really resting. Push out through that arm. Sink down through the legs. Shoulder and ear has distance. Right arm now reaches out, if possible, over the crown of the head. Lengthening from fingertips down through your back ankle. Stay sinking into the legs, long in the neck and shoulders, chest open. 2 breaths here. Firm into the belly. Lift the arms up, right arm up. Look to the floor, bring the right hand all the way down to the floor. Different transition this time. Lift your back heel, release the left hand to the floor. Step the left foot out to the side a little. Sweep it back, the plank. Pull through the navel into downward dog. Bending the knees, look forward, step up. Hands to shins, lengthen halfway. Exhaling, folding down. Bend the knees a lot. Sit down in your squat. Arms to the sides, chest lifts, belly in. Pull the arms straight forward. Sit back, even in your feet. Bow and arrow, right arm, pull back. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, bow and arrow, left arm. Pull the elbow back, knees side by side. Forward with the inhale. Sit deeper here, breathe out. Inhale, up. Hands down to the heart. Release the arms to your side. Feel into both feet here. Preparing for tree pose. The thing about trees, they sway. They're always moving in the wind. So the point is to be off balance. We're trying to gain our balance. Kind of like what we're doing with live right now. You might feel a little bit like you've been knocked off your center. So we're going to cultivate this to bring ourselves back to balance, bring ourselves to center. So feel your weight into both legs. And then drift your weight slowly over to just your left leg. And get that whole leg strong. Lift your right heel so the knee bends and turn the knee out to the side. Keep the navel drawing into support, drop your tail. Keep the breath full and open. Find the steady point of gaze and start to work the foot in closer to the left leg. You might stay with the toes on the floor. You might shift and place your foot on your calf. You might bring it higher up onto your leg. Maybe the arch cups over your knee. Actually okay, as long as you don't have a knee injury. And we bookend. You know how bookends push together? Bookend your right foot into your left leg and your left leg into your foot. So they push into each other and you grow taller. Bring your palms together at your heart. Your right knee keeps trying to press out. Notice the breath. Find ease. You're welcome to add arms overhead, arms to the sides, whatever works best for you here. The more that goes up, the more you need to root down. Like roots of a tree spread into the ground. If the arms are reaching, slowly bring the palms back down to your chest. Slowly take your arms wide to the sides. Turn your right knee forward. Lift the leg. Start to bend your left knee. You bend the left knee a little, put your right ankle across your thigh. Bend the leg further and sit down. Bring a stretch into the right glute, the right hip. Keep your weight even on your whole left foot. Steady breath. Drop the tail a little. Your next breath in, push long through your left leg. Come up, lift the knee, release the foot and the arms. Roll the shoulders. Then roll out your left foot a little bit. Ankle might be a little tender. Readjust your positioning. Notice how the left side of the body feels compared to the right. As you're ready, start to shift your weight towards your right leg. And rather than just sinking into the leg, get pressing strong through it. Keep a little softness at the knee. Left leg turns out, the heel lifted, and the foot starts to creep in. Firm into the belly. Left foot can, if you choose, Step up onto the calf, or maybe further up onto the leg. It can also stay on the floor. The knee continues to spiral outward. The foot and the leg bookend together. Do the same with your hands and the heart. Everything lifting tall out of the right leg. Strong. Rooted down. And again, option, maybe temple the hands. Draw them overhead if you choose. Drop the tail again, root through the leg. Breathe. Slowly bring the palms back down to the chest. And take them out slowly wide. Turn the left knee forward. Lift the knee. Start to bend your standing leg a little bit. Keep even through the weight of the foot. Left ankle comes on top or above the knee. Bend further, sit down, hinge a little forward through the hip. The more you hinge through the hip, the more you stretch. The more you challenge the strength of the standing leg. Steady breath. Navel to spine. Push through the standing leg. Breathe. Woo, in. Breathe in. Push all the way tall. Lift the left leg. Place the foot down. Release the arms to the sides. Roll the shoulders. Find even weight through your feet again. Take a nice full breath in. As you exhale, begin to stretch in the back body by dropping chin to chest, round the spine. Bend the knees, start to roll down, purposely stretching into the back body. Arms hang. Press the hands to your shins, lengthen. Pull down as you breathe out. Hands find the floor, knees bend, and just step back to place one knee at a time onto the floor. Sit onto your heels and sit tall on your back. Let the front of the ankles take a little stretch. Let the knees take a stretch. If you have a block and it's too aggressive on the knees, sit on the block. 2 breaths here. Making our way down to the floor. Shift your way forward. Bring your feet around to one side and in front of you. And slowly transition down, taking care of your back. Transition down onto the floor. So you may hold on to the back of the legs, scoop the belly in towards your spine, and roll down gently through your back to the floor. As you come down, we'll bring your right knee into your chest. You might want to draw it more out towards your right shoulder. Left foot can stay on the floor, or you can stretch the leg long. Nice full exhale. Bring the left knee into your chest. Hold the left leg with your hands. Right foot either finds the floor to stand or it stretches long. Left knee might drag further out towards the side of the body. You may prefer to hold behind the knee. Full big exhale out through the mouth. Bend the right leg in, place the foot to the floor. Release the left foot to the floor. Rock the knees a little bit side to side. Rock the back to center point. Put the feet in a comfortable space to press evenly down to the floor. Arms along by your sides. Upper back even on the floor. And press down evenly through the feet as though your knees are going to push forward towards the bottom of your mat. Push down, knees push forward, the hips lift. And we just come up and rest on the shoulder blades. Arms may even want to travel wide to your sides. Neck relaxed. You should be able to move the neck because we're not on the neck. Even pressure through the feet. Your next out breath, the hips lower down as though your knees are drawing back towards you. Take a breath here. As you breathe out, press down evenly through the feet, knees push forward, hips rise, rest across the shoulder blades. 3 breaths. You're also welcome to keep transitioning down and up if you prefer. The next out breath, sinking the hips down, knees drawing back. One knee into the chest and the other. So both legs are drawn in. And then slowly draw both knees, roll over onto your right side body, and let the left arm fall back, chest towards the back. Two more breaths here. As you exhale, firm the belly in towards your spine. Take your top leg, start to bring it back to the ceiling in that tabletop stance, and then rock naturally onto your back, both knees in. Hug them in with your arms, give a little squeeze. And with an out breath, roll everything over towards your left side. Come onto your whole side body. And then with the breath out, let the right arm fall back. Notice how it feels on this side of the body compared to the other. One more breath. Firming the belly into the spine with the exhale. The top leg lifts itself up, slowly rolling onto your back. The other leg rolls up. From here, place one foot to the floor at a time. Let the knees rock side to side. And then back to center. Just take a moment to notice what else you might need. We'll settle ourselves into Shavasana. And I will strongly encourage you to stay for Shavasana. We have nowhere to go. Nothing needs to be done. Just stay. Get heavy. Stretch the body long. Maybe cover with your blanket. If your back is tender, bend your knees. Take the feet wide, turn the feet in, and let the knees tip towards each other. Rest the arms where they're most comfortable. Notice your entire body. Notice the way that the ground is holding you up. Maybe like a soft forest floor. Let your body sink in a little bit to that ground surface. Let it relax. Let it get really heavy. And so your muscles themselves can fall away from the bones a little bit, loosening up the tender, more tense areas. And maybe the breath flows freely now. The belly rising and falling effortlessly. And draw your awareness back to the breath again. Allow yourself to deepen it gently. Imagine you could breathe all the way down to the toes and your tips of your fingers. Let your awareness rest there. And give a little wiggle to the fingers and toes. Bring some movement back into the body very slowly. Let the movements build, roll the ankles and the wrists. Start to slowly bend the knees one at a time, bringing feet to floor if they aren't yet. Maybe wrap one arm around you and then the other so you're folded into a little hug. And allow yourself to roll onto one side of the body. From your side, slowly pressing into your top hand, press upright back to sitting. Just take a moment to thank yourself for taking time for your own self-care, for attending to something that maybe your body or your mind needed today. I thank you all for joining me. Namaste. I'm going to stop the recording and I'll open it up if anybody has questions that you'd like to ask. So if not, have a fabulous day, carry on, and be well. And if not, you can stick around and chat for a moment.